Welcome to Transfer Pricing Problem 2. Let's see the problem statement. Division Z is a profit center which produces 4 products A, B, C and D. Each product is sold to external market also. Data for the period is as follows. Well, there are 4 products, that is A, B, C and D, and the data per unit is given. That is, market price, nothing but the selling price per unit is given, variable cost per unit is given, and the labor hours required to produce the products is given. Well, product D can be transferred to division Y, but maximum quality that might be required for transfer is 2500 units of D. That is, the product D can be transferred from division Z to division Y. The requirement of division Y is 2500 units of D. Well, the maximum sales is given which the products are selling into the external market, that is A 2800, B, C, D. So this maximum sales is given for all the 4 products. So let me repeat. The division Y is asking product D from division Z of 2500 units. Well, let's see the next thing. Division Y can purchase same product at a slightly cheaper price of rupees 125 per unit instead of receiving the transfers of product D from division Z. Well, division Y has another alternative option that if not it is buying from another division, it has another option to buy from an external market which is available at a price of rupees 125 per market, 125 per unit. So what should be the transfer price for each unit for 2500 units of D if total labor hours available in division Z are as follows? That is, we have to find out the transfer price for each of the units, that is for per unit to sell 2500 units, nothing but we have to calculate the transfer price, and we have 2 options, that is division Z has 2 options. Option 1 is its direct labor hours is restricted to 20,000 hours. So option B is its direct labor hours is restricted to 30,000 hours. So let's calculate. Well, let's first take the option A, that is for 20,000 hours. As per the previous problem, in this problem also, we have to calculate 4 steps. So let's move on with the first step, that is calculation of contribution per direct labor hour. So to calculate the contribution per direct labor hour is already given in the question. You can see the question in the left hand side. So you can observe here the direct labor is already given. So you can take that. So contribution is not given, so we have to calculate the contribution. As we know, the formula to calculate the contribution is selling price minus variable cost, you get contribution. Selling price per unit, variable cost per unit is already given in the question here. Nothing but the market price, variable cost per unit is given. So you can take that. If you deduct, you will get a contribution. Well, as I told you, the direct labor hour is already given in the question. So we will take that. So now we have direct labor hour and we have contribution. So we can easily calculate the contribution per direct labor hour. Nothing but contribution divided by direct labor hour. Nothing but if you name this as A and if you name this as B, A divided by B, you will get contribution per direct labor hour. Well, after you get the contribution per direct labor hour, remember very well, when you get after points some digits, in this particular transfer pricing problems, take more digits, that is at least 4 digits after the point. So likewise, we have taken for the calculation, and after taking for the calculation, rank it according to the score. So as per the score, 25 is the highest. So product C has first ranking. The next is 15, that is product D has second ranking, and 11.5 product B has third ranking, and 6.666 product A has fourth ranking. Well, let's move on with the next step, that is calculation of labor hours. To calculate the labor hours, as per our option is to 20,000 hours. So to calculate the labor hours, first we have to take the products and arrange as per the rank. So take the products and we have arranged as per the ranks. So as per that, first rank is C, second D, third B, fourth A. So after first writing the products, then write the values of that. So let's see. First, we are taking the sales. So see the question. So sales is given over here, all the four products. So take for the C, the sales is 2,300 units. And then for D, the sales is 1,600 units. And for B, it is 2,500. A, 2,800. Likewise, take for direct labor hours also. Just see the product and write the values accordingly. So which is given in the question. So we have now sales, we have now hours per unit. Well, production is same because in this problem also it is using 100%. The company is using 100% capacity. So the production would be the same. So just write the same thing. So now we have production, we have hours per unit. You can name it as A and B. So just if we multiply the production and hours in unit, we get hours needed to produce a product. So let's see what is the hours needed to produce a product. So if you multiply, you got these values. So now let's move on with the most important thing. So let's see the hours which is restricted for in the option 1 for division Z. Well, division Z in the option 1, it has 20,000 hours with it. So let's see how it works. In 20,000 hours, it is using 4,600 hours to produce product C. So deduct 20,000 minus 4,600. So the left out is 15,400. And 15,400 it is using to produce product D is 4,800. So this minus this, you got 10,600. That is 15,400 minus 4,800, you got 10,600. But the same thing, if the 10,600, the division Z is using to produce product B, that is 10,000 hours it's using. So 10,600 minus 10,000. So left out is 600. In 600, if you want to minus, it is using 600 hours to produce product A. Well, you have to observe here. So the total hours which is required for product A is 8,400, but there is a shortage. Only it can use what? 600. In other words, we can say the balance, that is in product A, the left out is only 600. Only 600 hours is there in product A. Well, there is no balance which is to be carried forward. Let's see how we have to work further. As per the previous problem, there is no left out balance which is to be carried forward. So to produce here, which product is asked by the product division Y is, of course, product D is what required by the division Y. So how much they have asked is 2,500. Since we don't have any balance, what we do is the entire 2,500 we will convert into the hours, and the entire hours will be borrowed from other unit. Let me tell you once again. So since there is no balance in hours, we will not carry any of the balance hours. So what we do is, so first we are going to write the balance unit of product D required by division Y. So how much products it has, the division Y is asked. You can observe the same thing in the question over here. So what should be the transfer price for each unit? 2,500 units of D. So here also we can observe. So product D can be transferred to division Y, but maximum quality that might be required for transfer is 2,500 units. Nothing but division Y is asking for 2,500 units. Well, so 2,500 units is what we have to give it for division Y. Let's see, to produce this 2,500 units, how much labor hours is required. How to calculate how much labor hours is required? Well, take 2,500 units and we have to know the labor hour per unit. Well, we know the labor hour per unit. Again, you can see in the question here labor hour per unit is given. To produce one particular unit, what is the labor time required? It's nothing but labor hours required per unit. So here which product we are about to sell to the division Y? That is product D is what we are about to sell to the division Y. So product D, what is the labor hour? That is 3. So take 3 hour per unit. So 2,500 units is what we are giving to product D, and its labor per unit is 3. So total hours required to manufacture this 2,500 units is 7,500 hours. So this 7,500 hours, as I just told you, there is no balance left out. So entire 7,500 hours we will be getting as an opportunity cost from other product. Okay, now when you want to get this opportunity cost from other products, as I told you in the previous problem, we have to take it according to the least rank. So you can just see in your answer itself the first step which you have calculated. Just see in the left hand side. I've just taken the screenshot of first step, that is calculation of contribution per direct labor hour. As you know that you have made a ranking according to it. So first we will take the least ranking, that is the fourth ranking, nothing but the A. Okay. When you are taking the product A, observe very carefully. In product A, as I told you, from 600 is only left out here. See, 600 is what it is used here. Other things they doesn't have, because for A product only it is shortage. They have only 600. So you can take as from opportunity contribution of A, that is 600 hours. 600 hours you are borrowing from A. Okay, but how much we need? We need 7,500. In 7,500, we first borrowed from product A 600 hours. The remaining 6,900, that is 7,500 minus 600, 6,900, we are going to borrow from the next ranking. Which is the next ranking? After fourth, the next least ranking is third ranking. So third ranking is nothing but from product B is what we are going to take it. So from product B, 6,900 hours we have taken. As I told you, as per the previous problem, 600 hours into its contribution. We are taking what? Contribution. So let's see for product 4, what is the contribution? 6.666. And for product B, that is third ranking, what is the contribution? 11.50. You can observe the same thing over here, 6.666 and 11.5 into the hours. Contribution into the required hours. Contribution here into required hours is nothing but the opportunity contribution of A and opportunity contribution of B. So now we can proceed with the next step, that is calculation of transfer price per unit. Well, a very easy formula to calculate the transfer price per unit. It's nothing but variable cost plus opportunity cost. You get transfer price. If you want to get it per unit, you divide it by number of units. So let's take the very simple formula, variable cost plus opportunity cost. Well, variable cost is given in your question. So per unit it's given. We are selling product D. Just see the product D variable cost per unit is 85. So 85, and right now we are transferring 2,500 units. So you multiplied this and you got this much. Add the opportunity cost contribution foregone for A. Just now we have calculated with this 600 hours into its contribution. The next one is opportunity contribution foregone by B. Just now we have calculated 6,900 into 11. We got this much. So add both the things, you will get total transfer price. If you want to specify per unit, then take the total transfer price divided by number of units. Number of units is nothing but we are willing to transfer to division Y, that is 2,500 units. So you got 118 per unit is the transfer price. Well, if we compare the transfer price per unit and the market rate, so obviously the division Y can make a purchase from division Z for rupees 118 than to purchase from the market for rupees 125 per unit. Well, now let's see another option B, that is for 30,000 hours. So till now we have discussed about the option A, 20,000 hours. So now let's discuss about this. So under this also you have to work out for 4 steps, a similar 4 steps. Well, first step remains same as it is with the option A. So either you can skip this particular step and directly move on to the step 2, or you can start from the first. Well, step 1, the same thing, contribution per direct labor hour. Nothing is going to change. So you just calculate the contribution and the direct labor hour. The same value you will get for direct contribution per direct labor hour, and the same ranking you will get. Well, let's discuss in detail about from the second step. So as per the ranking, again you're going to write the products. So this also remains the same. Well, sales is given in the question. So direct labor hours is given in the question. Production remains the same, and multiply these both, you get hours needed. So this also remains the same. That is, still here it is same values which you have calculated under option A. Well, let's see from the last column, that is the balance is 30,000 hours which is left out under division Z. So in this 30,000 hours, division Z is using to produce 4,600 hours to produce the product C. Well, 30,000 minus 4,600, you get 25,400. Then to produce D, it is using 4,800. So 25,400 minus 4,800, you get 20,600. Same like 20,600 minus this, you get 10,600. 10,600 minus 8,400. So here, observe very carefully. Here we have the left out remaining hours, that is 2,200. So here there is no shortage as like in the option A. So here we have 2,200 which is balanced. So let's move on with the next step. So just carry forward this 2,200 hours. So we have just shown it as a balance hours which is left out in division Z. To produce product D is 2,200 hours. Now, let's see with this 2,200 hours, so division Z, how much it can produce, that is how many units it can produce by using 2,200 hours. So how to calculate is 2,200 divided by the rate, that is direct labor per unit. So here we have a rate, that is direct labor hours required per unit. So in the question it is given. So as per product D is what we are manufacturing, so take it is 3. So 2,200 divided by 3, you get 7. But in the question itself, you can see here on the left hand side, that is product D can be transferred to division Y. That is division Y wants total 2,500 units. So it is demanding for 2,500 units. So now with the available hours, the division Z is able to manufacture only 733 units. So let's see what is left out. That is 2,500 is the total demand minus 733. So the remaining units which need to be manufactured is 1,767 units. So to produce this units, let's see how many hours is required by division Z. So it's very easy. So the remaining units is this much. So per unit cost is 3. That's nothing but the direct labor hour which is required is 3. So multiply this. So you get 5,301 hours is shortage under division Z to produce product D. So this you can obtain from another product that is of the least ranking. So again you can see the first step which you have calculated. As we know, the least ranking is product A. So the contribution of product A is 6.666. So same thing you're going to take into this 5,301 hours. Okay, let me repeat. So you're just going to take the balance hours. In this balance hours, you are able to manufacture 733 units. So, but the total demand is 2,500. So the left out units still to be manufactured is 1,767 units. So the total hours required to manufacture this is this into per labor hour rate. So you got 5,301 hours. So to get this 5,301 hours, you can obtain this from an opportunity contribution from the least ranking, that is least ranking is A. So its opportunity cost contribution is 36.666 is what you have taken here into this. So let's now calculate the transfer price per unit. So take the variable cost which is given in the question. This also remains the same as per the option A. Then add opportunity cost contribution which you have just calculated now, that is this contribution into the left out hours. So you add both the thing, you will get total transfer price. So this divided by number of units, you get transfer price per unit. So when you compare this with the market value, obviously to purchase it from division Z, it is better for the division Y. That is division Y can make a purchase of rupees 2,500 units from division Z itself at the rate of 99 than to purchase from the rate of 125 from the market. Thank you.